Hello guys, my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and I am having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as well, and if not yet hope you are going to have a fantastic day. But I think I know a certain way how I can make your day fantastic. And that is what we are going to do right now, because we are going to play in the house of Granny. Yes, I know she is a dangerous person, but don't worry, I told her we would come over and have some fun. So let's get this video rolling, shall we? So first of let's see where we spawned. We are going to make a horror house, but not just a normal one, no, we are going to make one with the gauntlet, you know, the famous one. I won't say which one, no, just kidding, it is the infinity gauntlet in the map. But that is just the fun part, because if there is a jump scare then you are going to miss it, because really good jump scares have really good and creepy sounds, and that is just the cool effect from having a scary game with sound effects and jump scares. Oh yes, you see my outfit, I am the real Granny now, so let's go scare some people. But anyways, since we are standing just right here, I am going to tell you the story about Granny the Banger. And I hope you are ready, because if you are not, you need to get some popcorn or something, because this is going to be really intense for you. So here we go. The year was just at the beginning of the 21st century, so it is pretty relevant, but this story was hidden by the police and the government, so it would not concern people that live nearby the little town, and also not concern the people that even live somewhere there, because the people that would live there would probably have a smelly pants after you tell them this story happened in their town. So we are not going to name any towns so we don't concern the people that might live there, even though it is a relevantly small town. Yes people, we have found ourselves a diamond block. It is time to go free for all. That means do everything you can to survive this map. So let's find a pickaxe and get this diamond out of the ground, shall we? But I do not want to get in any trouble or anything, so I am not going to take the risk of saying something about a town with angry people. So here we go. Granny the Banger, you better be ready. I talked a bit off this minute, so you could have gotten your popcorn and lay back in your chair or in your bed or wherever you are. Granny the hot darn anger. The year once again was the beginning of the 21st century, and it was in a town that is going to be unnamed for reasons to not frighten the residents from that town. Granny was a friendly geezer growing up, and pretty much all of the residents knew little Granny. But as Granny got older, she did not necessarily get any wiser, but she got a little bit fudged up in a shed. On a night when Granny was in his bedroom, his parents had a little fight. And this was not new for Granny, because his parents had a bit of a poopy marriage, but they did not want to get divorced because they might harm Granny's future with getting divorced. But they harmed his shed just more with doing what they were doing. And what they were doing was not getting divorced, but almost every night that they were sitting at the television they would begin to have a little word with each other. Nothing big, but just a disagreement. But then either his mother or his father would say something, and then all shell broke loose. And Granny started to see it coming, and when she first saw it coming she said something about it, and that she did not like the way that his parents got along with each other. But they just sent Granny to his room. We have found ourselves a pickaxe. Let's go back to the diamond block and get it out. You know what they say about diamond blocks, not only just diamond, but they also give you good luck. And Granny would get sad in his room, because she wanted to see his parents happy just like any other parents from the kids that she went to school with. But something around 3 years later, the time was ripe, and it escalated so heavily with his parents that there was no way that they could live with the three of them anymore in that same house together. So Granny was a bit sick in his shed from all that was happening at school, and also his situation at home, and his parents were to blame that it got this far. But Granny was on a normal day at school, and some of his friends were acting tough that they had a pistol at home, and Granny thought, hot darn, a pistol, that is pretty darn cool, even though if I say so myself. But if I had that and just threatened the situation at home, then maybe my parents would get along a bit better and I would save their marriage. But that was not how it worked, and neither did Granny get his hands on a gun, because with the age of 13 you cannot get your hands on a gun, or you have to know some pretty sketchy people. But Granny did not know any sketchy people, so she was there once again standing alone for himself. And Granny always thought that his mom had pretty cool spoons when she was cooking, and his uncle was a butcher, and she always thought that that was the coolest thing that ever existed. And she liked those spoons that butchers use for soup, the one that is called a butcher spoon. So she went to his uncle and she said that his mom needed a butcher spoon for cooking reasons. But what his Uncle Billy did not yet know that his mom was not even home, but she was sleeping at a hotel at the time. But Granny told the story because she knew that his Uncle Billy would not know that his mom was there, because his parents would not really talk about their problems, but instead they would just keep it a secret to themselves and Granny. Granny knew as well, and she wanted it to end because she did not like the way that his was shedding towards. But Granny hid the spoon under his shirt, and she would tuck the spoon in between his leg and the part where the belt from pants are, and it was nice and clean on that place. But she got home, and his mom was not home, so there was no fight at home. But his dad had a bit too much to drink, and Granny did not like that because she was acting strange for some reason. But Granny did once again not really care, and she just sheeted to his bedroom and she put the spoon under his pillow just in case any burglars came in, because she was really afraid for burglars. So she went to bed, and in the morning somehow his mom made him breakfast and the two of them were acting happy. And that never happened, well, not that Granny could remember, but his mom and his dad were both just happy, and that was nice for a change. But Granny did not yet know why they were happy. But just casually his mom was making little Granny some cereal, and she just said it. She said that she and his dad were getting a divorce. Well, Granny did not really know that it was going to be a pretty huge deal for him, but she did know that it was not a really good sign to get a divorce. But she did not really care. But his mom still needed a place to sleep, and his dad was still paying all of the rent by himself, and she would claim the bedroom that the two had shared all those years. So his mom had to sleep in the garage where there was an attic, and there was a nicely built guest room, and it was pretty much on the other side of where his father would sleep, so that was good because they then did not get into a fight. Well, that is at least what they thought, because that is just what happened. Oh no way, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the Granny, and look what she has in sure hand. Is that something of the gauntlet I was looking for? I need to get that off, sure. But how? Alright, I got the green light to shoot and kill. Well, not kill, but take sure costume and the gauntlet, of course. So they got into a fight, and our poor Granny went mad, and she got down from his bedroom holding a spoon, and she sheeted down really mad, and she sheeted down to his bathroom that was for some reason on the same floor that the living room and the kitchen and all of that was. Look at me, I am the new Granny now. Haha, no, I am just kidding, it is me, sub, just in the Granny outfit. Don't worry, I won't leave you guys out. But what she saw there was just unhuman, because his mother had a screwdriver in sure hands, and his father was laying on the floor with a lot of blood around him, and she assumed that his mom had killed him. But that was not the case. Well, at least his mom told him that another guy that she talked with had killed him, and she just left the scene the same minute that she and Granny were standing there. And she knew that his mother would never even get the thought in sure shit to kill his father. So she knew that some other dude had done that, and she was sure that she would get revenge. She did not yet know how, but she was sure of that she would get revenge of that guy, because no one would just take something that close away from Granny. Granny was furious, but she could not do anything, and that is what made him even more furious, because she had no control over the situation. But the police showed up and they explained to the coppers what happened, because a murder does not really happen that often, so they had to explain what happened. But the sheriff of the town knew his mom, and his mom was a bit of a pretty woman, so the sheriff had a little eye on Sure, and she knew Sure pretty well. So she believed that it was true what happened, and they said that they would do anything to catch the murderer, and they knew who the murdered was because it was a friend of his mother and his name was Granny. And the police always knew that Granny was not really 100% correct, because she was doing some shady stuff for the couple 2 years, but they knew that it could be Granny that murdered someone, because Granny was always acting weird. She had this long posture, and she had a really thick beard. She would always walk around in cargo shorts, and she would always wear the same white t-shirt. She had some old sneakers, and those sneakers looked like they just were. To tell you something about the house we are in, it's down the stairs. You'll be in the foyer that contains the main door you are trying to escape through, but it has been barred up and has an electric alarm on it. There are doors to the right and left of this room that wind around to each other room on the ground floor. Angry that Mistress Death is still rejecting him, Thanos offers her tokens of affection. After creating a large shrine to Mistress Death, he traps burn victim Nebula in a painful state on the verge of death, which he believes to be a beautiful piece of art. When these offers are ineffective, Thanos vents his anger in a wave of force that destroys nearby stars. It has dissipated by the time it reaches Earth, but still causes widespread disasters. Mephisto suggests Mistress Death is unhappy because Thanos has not yet completed his task, and Thanos causes half of the living things in the universe to vanish with a literal snap of his fingers. Meanwhile, the Silver Surfer warns Doctor Strange about Thanos and encourages him to call for other heroes. The sudden disappearance of half the population prompts individuals across the universe to seek the source, including cosmic entities Galactus and Epic. Adam Warlock and 2 allies leave Soul World and enter 3 recently dead bodies on Earth, reviving and altering them to match their former appearances. Warlock appears before Doctor Strange and claims that Thanos can only be defeated if Earth's remaining heroes unite under his command. 45 While Warlock's team of heroes prepares to attack Thanos, Warlock meets with a group of cosmic entities who have been gathered by Galactus and Epic. They also oppose Thanos because they believe him unworthy of his power. At the gathering, Eternity appeals to the Living Tribunal to intervene and stop Thanos. When the Living Tribunal declines, it and Eternity leave the gathering. The remaining entities agree to attack Thanos upon Warlock's command. Meanwhile, Thanos tries to make Mistress Death jealous by creating Terexia, his ideal companion. As Doctor Strange opens a portal for Earth's heroes to attack Thanos' shrine, Warlock and the Silver Surfer position themselves 1 light year away to observe. When Thanos sees the heroes coming, he uses the Infinity Gauntlet to freeze time. As he is about to destroy them, Mephisto convinces him to limit his own power and let them attack as a way to prove his bravery and skill to Mistress Death. Although he stops sensory input from the gems and some of the heroes' attacks surprise him, Thanos easily kills them. As Thanos raises his hand to strike the last survivor, Captain America, Warlock sends the Silver Surfer racing to remove the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos evades him, but the near loss leads him to restore sensory input from the gems. 47 Peasy job for Granny. And Granny had stabbed Granny to death. But she did not stop there because the only thing she saw was black in front of his eyes, and she stopped until she realized that Granny was actually deaf and that she got his revenge. She was not concerned about anyone finding the body because it was a pretty well maybe there will be a real treasure here. Alright people, I have had enough of this place. It is time to escape. Not just escape but get out of Sheer and start a new life. Maybe on an island. That would be lovely. Let me break this first. It might attract more customers. Who knows, maybe I will place down a real treasure Sheer and more people would be interested to come down Sheer and check it out. Then I will have more loot thanks to those people, and then I can build my empire. I could also maybe make a mine next to this pyramid so people that mine later come across this pyramid and then they will be stacked with cobblestone and maybe some diamonds and iron or coal, which is also just fine. Or some emeralds and things like that would be really nice. I have found my way out guys. It is time to escape. First we jump up, then we make a quick stop on the small bucket so we can place a sign, and then people we will be off to the new world, the new island, and then that is no longer theirs when they enter the pyramid. If you walk down the stairs of the pyramid then your loot is automatically mine. I'm sorry about that, but you have to do what you do for your money my friend. But finally, I placed down some torches and now all of you at home can also see what is down sheer. And sheer is what I meant by that. I really hate gravel. Like, can you see why I hate gravel? Well, it is pretty obvious why I hate gravel. It just falls down, and instead of mining 2 blocks and you are past the block that you hate, that is not the case with gravel. If you come across gravel then you have to wait until all of it fell down and then you dig 2 blocks away, and think that you are done, but instead you are not done and another pair of blocks fall down. And you think by yourself, okay then I will dig these 2 blocks as well, and then when you think just that then a lot more falls down and you will be in an infinite loop of digging away gravel, and it is not good for your mental state. But that is okay because sometimes things like that happen, and well, that is just tough luck. Just like this iron door that I placed down in this hallway that is going to lead all of the people to the promised treasure, but at this time there is not yet a treasure down here, not even a fake one. So that is pretty evil of me, just like I am evil for placing down this many iron doors. But wait, how do I come out of this mess myself? Oh, wait, no, all of the doors just open when you are on top of the pressure plate of the last one, so that is good because then I can return back to the pyramid and not be scared down sheer anymore. It is just dark and moist down sheer and I don't like it. The pyramid is cozy and it looks nice and there is enough light so you feel comfortable right there. But down sheer it is not nice. But there is going to be some lava though, so it will not be cold down sheer, so that is nice. But I am not sure yet if I really want to place down this bucket of lava that is in my inventory slot, but I did it anyway. And then you come across all of this lava, well, you won't really survive because you fell down and now you are swimming in lava, and that is just not nice. Sorry about that, but well, you had to swim for a bit. What can I say? This trap is just a genius idea of mine. I can't really say otherwise, but this is just my mastermind that is at work right here. It is just amazing how I thought of this and actually built it, and it may just work on most of the wanderers that come across this great trap. Well, they obviously would not yet know that this is a trap, but they will know soon enough when they are close to the doors and the end of the doors. That is where all the fun starts, so that is really nice, and they will not be able to go through all of this. Like, look at that. Just place down some hoppers beneath the lava and some chests below the hoppers, and then you will catch most of the items that fall into that pit with the people that it actually belongs to. And another fun thing is that if you are not close to the pyramid but you see in chat that someone tried to swim in lava, then you know enough. Someone fell down again, and you know what that means. It means that there is the end of the video that will be soon shared. So for now I say goodbye and hope to see you back in the next one.